You know, I'm looking around, I'm seeing the Christmas trees and lights. There's a lot of animosity between us, right? I say we squash the beef so we can all be a happy family. But let's do this like a Miracle on 34th Street fight.
Truth, that match was already made, already advertised. It's happening.
Oh, well, we better get going. 34th Street is a long way from here. Siri, how far is 34th Street?
Truth, you gotta be the last guy in the building to know this. But this match is happening in this ring, and it's happening right now. And for the last time, you are not in the Judgment Day.
I'm not in the Judgment Day if I lose this match tonight, but you're not in it if you lose either.
It's that time. Christmas time is here. Everybody knows there's not a better time of year. Hear that sleigh. Santa's on his way. Hip hip parade for Christmas vacation. Got a ton of stuff.
Hello, friends, listeners, and newcomers. It's me, Eric B., the Raw Dog, and this is the Draw Straws Review on Sunday night's main event. And I am here with my partner in crime, my PIC, my compadre. It's Randy C. Randy, how you doing, buddy?
Hey everybody, it's me, Randy C. And guess what? It's Christmas, and nothing better to be powered by at Christmas than Chiquita Bananas, because
monkeys never claps.
no, they never crap Manoro, especially if you have a couple of them in your stocking. I can tell you what does cramp, Eric. I'm going right into it because I have to get it off my chest right away.
Do it, Randy.
Due to legality, I cannot say this person's real name. But I had another amazing week destroying people. May sound like Don Dirkhead. Yes, from, how can I say the name of this podcast? Satellite, Charged, Unprofessional, Greco. If you ever listen to that podcast, that is definitely Don Dirkhead's podcast. But he lost because he opens his mouth. The Bills triumph over the Dallas Cowboys, and just like DJ Khaled, and I'm going to insert a song here. All I do is win.
All I do is win, 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 no matter what. Got money on my mind, I can never get enough. And every time I step up in the building, everybody hands go up.
But thank you, Eric. How was your week, my friend? How was your week? It's Christmas. Merry Christmas to you. And what did you get me?
It's Christmas time, and there is, oh man, I mean, living in like the GTA at Christmas time is just ridiculous. First of all, every single dollar store that you're near, man, Dollarama right now is killing it. They are just raking in those dollars one by one, Randy. But if you go into the store, like usually it's like capacity 50 people. There's at least 65 motherfuckers in that building. Sorry, pardon me, but god damn it, I'm so frustrated with the shopping. Randy, I haven't gotten you anything yet, but you're gonna have to look out for that. I'm gonna find you the nicest and newest Sammy Guevara figure. Wow, it's been a long time since somebody's thrown that reference out there, Randy. But yeah, it's Christmas time. What I'm looking most forward to, and you know, I'm being 100% serious when I say this. What I look most forward to at Christmas time is I get to spend time with my family, and my brother and his wife come by, and that's probably what I look forward to the absolute most. What are you looking forward to the most for, you know, just under a week from today, Randy? Wow, Christmas is coming fast.
What am I? Thank you. And that's good stories. Yes, family is most important during this Christmas time, and I always look forward to father of 4 children. Yeah, the only day of the year that you don't mind seeing them or being called dad, I guess, in a way, because they want something from I'm playing. My kids are absolutely great. But yes, that is the best time. What I'm looking forward to, a day off, a straw, because guess what? Guess what? I'm getting so excited for the week.
This week.
Yeah, I don't think there's a Raw because they reference a day one, right?
2 weeks away. 2 weeks
yeah.
away. 2 weeks away. It's been thrown out so many times during this episode of Raw that I'm almost sick of it. But I gotta say, they have done a good job of bolstering this day one feature going forward, and it does look like it's actually probably what they would have thrown on as like a little pay-per-view, right? So it looks like a pretty decent card. But we're getting into wrestling a little bit too fast here.
Yeah.
I would be a little remiss to not mention that a week ago today was my brother's what would have been his 38th birthday, but he passed when he was 31. So that's another reason why I mentioned, the importance of family around this time of year. And I also, need to stress the importance that my story about going to Dollarama was really about having some patience at this time of year and making sure that you're just kind to people because you really don't know what they're going through. And just a little bit of extra support to everybody is just goes so far, people, honestly. So Randy always says it, love wrestling. Honestly, at this time of year, just be good to people. I'm not going to say love everybody, but just be good to them. That's all I can say.
Happy heavenly birthday, Eric. Yes, I know it is definitely a hard time for you at that time. But he is here celebrating with us, and he was celebrating with us last week, as he will be celebrating with us on Christmas. And
oh yeah,
I love you dearly, Eric, and I'm not afraid to say it. I'm not afraid to say it at all. But you are my partner in crime, just like my other podcast hosts in the past wanting to give me Sammy G fucking figures. Fuck you all. That's all I gotta say. Save your fucking money. I'm playing.
Oh man, we miss Eric Reed on the network. Honestly, we got Eric bought a Cody Rhodes wrestling buddy for me, and he did Stardust paint on the face, and he did a bunch of other things. I think Cody what did he put on it? Wet Dream.
Wet Dream,
like
yeah,
that.
Wet
It was
Dream.
just absolutely great. So yeah, just Eric being on the network is great. We gotta have him as like a small guest or a run-in sometime, Randy.
Yeah, we should.
Happen.
I'll work on that. I know he's working a lot as of late. But well, we should actually just
Randy's
say
a hardworking man.
We should say it while everybody's listening too. Merry Christmas to everybody, all you fine listeners out there,
yes.
Even to the people that name may rhyme like with Don Dirkhead. But a special Merry Christmas to the Rob Arbicks, a special Merry Christmas to everybody on the network, the Smack Daddies, Steve Swift, Boris, everybody, George Mackay, Uncle Bobby B, everybody on the network. Like you all.
Yes.
No,
yeah. To those that we have currently interacted with, and to those that we have interacted with in the past year, we hope that everybody has just a great holiday season. Merry Christmas to everybody. Just like Kofi Claus was spreading in Des Moines, Iowa. Randy, should that get us started with the Raw review today?
Yes, let's do it, Eric. Des Moines, Iowa.
Let's do it to it, Lars, says Randy. All right, well, it's Judgment Day, and they're kicking off Raw tonight in the exciting Des Moines, Iowa. From what I hear, it's almost as exciting as Albany, New York. But I love the themed set. Anytime that wrestling does themed sets like this, it always gives me a cute little pop. I'm like, sweet, it's Christmas, just like they do at Halloween sometimes. But Judgment Day is in the ring, and they're focused on the Creed brothers, bro. They ran the gauntlet, and they deserve this. This is the biggest match of their career. They are not lying. Tell me when they're telling lies when they say that, Randy. Rhea tells Ivy Nile that she will do worse than her. Sorry, they'll do worse to her than she did to Maxine Dupree. And the first thing that came to my mind is, could anything be worse than that match?
Yes. A Maxine Dupree match, right?
That's what I'm saying. Could anything be worse than that? I don't think so. Anyways, Dami can't speak again, and he is saved by our beloved. It is the R-Truth, the king of Raw. He feels that the beatdown last week was a good initiation into the Judgment Day. He's just not getting it, which is great. It's just hilarious. He was hurt physically and emotionally deep, but he knows deep he likes him. You can see the look in his eyes. And that's the first time that he gets Damian Priest the corpse in this promo. Truth wants someone to beat up on tonight, too. And Devlin tells him, he is the absolute last to know that there is a Miracle on 34th Street match that is booked for tonight between the two of them. Priest approves, can't stop laughing again as he tries to cut him off, just looking at R-Truth. The loser leaves Judgment Day? I don't know about that, but that is the stipulation that is sort of made here in the match. Randy is loving the R-Truth here. Randy, give me some insight on your R-Truth edition here in this opening promo.
R-Truth, where have you been and why haven't you been on TV? We do definitely love you. This is the comedic spot that wrestling definitely needs. Started at Survivor Series. It's going on now. Please keep it going on. Is the stip for real? That's the other question. But we need R-Truth and his masking tape or shirts, you know what I mean, in our TV screens to make us enjoy, especially a comedic opener, shall we say, match.
Yeah, comedic opener, but you know what? R-Truth has never really been bad in any of his matches either. No. But we got to say, he is aging, and after he's coming off of 3 surgeries here in this match, I have to say he looks a little sluggish, and that is absolutely the first time in my life that I've said that about Ron Killings, because that guy is a workhorse and a beast. But we start the match. Truth dodges JD's candy cane kendo stick attacks and then counters with a scissors kick. Truth gets the better of the Xmas tree battle, the first one that we see here in the night, and he runs up to Dom and asks him, was that good? Was that good? Dom is laughing as well. Nobody can stop laughing at R-Truth. But he does give JD the advantage here by pushing Truth into the post, giving him ring post-itis, as I like to call it. We get tables, and honestly, they missed a big spot here to paint one of those tables like a present or give us a little bit of a Christmas theme to it. Wrap some tinsel around it, some garland, damn it. We didn't have that, so that was a touch that they missed for sure. But the fire extinguisher looked really good because it looked like snow, Randy. It looked like it was snowing inside of Des Moines, Iowa, and I was feeling it. I was like, man, this match is not only comedic, but it is great. It is fun. This sets up a 5-knuckle shuffle for R-Truth, but the table is now set up. Truth ends up sending JD through the table for the W. Holy Machina, R-Truth is back here in this match, and he gets the W.
R-Truth in the Judgment Day, or is he? JD gone from the Judgment Day, or is he?
Or is he?
Or is he? When Dom tripped R-Truth and he did the nut shot to JD, funny as hell in that match. Funny as hell. JD's eyes lit up like a Christmas tree, like it was a Tom and Jerry cartoon. This match was hilarious and definitely a good start. I was like excited, happy. I laughed. I never cried. There was cookies involved. There was trees involved. There was candy cane candles, like you said. It was fun.
Yeah. Even when Rhea walked up to the cookie table and she was standing there, I'm like, they just added some nice pie to this cookie table. But Jerry Lawler reference. We love it, folks. Anyways, yeah, a great opener. Honestly, we don't know if this is a real stipulation, but it would be great just to have more of this. R-Truth either in or quasi in the Judgment Day. Give us a couple of months of it, because this match was honestly a gift to start the night, and it was fun. I loved it. I'm being campy, but I love this shit, man. I just love this ridiculous nonsense, especially around the holiday season. We need it. All right, the Rave girls are backstage, and they can't wait. They can't wait to get to their match. It's ridiculous. But the Raw people who are running the show can definitely wait at least 20 seconds to turn their microphones on as they're trying to cut their promo. They want to get a whoop whoop and they're pumped for their title match tonight. Oh, Randy, I am not pumped for their title match tonight.
Well, they do have matching outfits. That's the one good thing. Yeah, they're coming
And
out of
ridiculous
nowhere.
hair.
And ridiculous hair. And contacts, those weird contacts in their eyes like Ember Moon used to wear, or whatever you want to call it. Luna Vachonish.
Yeah.
But yeah, weird promo. But I'm not going to complain. You're going to notice I'm not going to complain about much tonight. Go ahead, sir.
Oh, geez, Randy. All right. Leave the complaining to me, my friend, because Nia Jax is here to ruin your holiday season. Luckily, she doesn't speak before Big Time Beck shows up and interrupts. She tells Nia her entire existence is on the back of other people, including, first of all, her cousin, and then Becky's broken nose. Nia agrees, listen, we'll have a match right now. Get a ref out here. But then she takes it away from Becky because she knows how badly she wants it. Nia tells her it's happening 2 weeks from now on day one. Also, god damn it, when the camera goes to Becky in her ring gear, I almost freaked out. Like, I'm freaking out right now. I don't know if Randy's looking at me as I was doing so, but damn.
I see
Becky Becky beats down Nia, and she throws what looks like a worked broken nose style punch. Oh, Randy, we got to see this match in 2 weeks, man.
Hey, you know what? This wasn't bad. This actually wasn't bad at all, because as soon as Nia started to talk, Becky Lynch's music played and she came walking out. She didn't really say much. So we will get to see it like we anticipated on day one. They did promote this match. Yeah, Becky said most of it, and I didn't mind it. Let's see Becky go over. Now, we will have a problem, though. If we come to day one and we're talking about this and Nia's winning, we are definitely cutting it out. Fuller House reference. Sorry, people.
We're gonna censor it if it happens, just like they censored the holy shit chance tonight on Raw.
Yeah,
this is the
100%.
first chance they actually had to do that too, because the show was pre-recorded. So that was the first time ever in WWE history that they have zoned out, blocked out those chants. We get a video of Kofi Claus handing out some gifts. He's got stuffies, he's got hats, he's got t-shirts. But Michael Cole says that somebody got an action figure as he's handing them a stuffed animal. And I gotta say, Randy, as an action figure collector, I was shocked and appalled. There is a difference between a stuffed animal, stuffy, whatever you want to call it, and there is a difference between a collector's elite WWE action figure. Made for adults, not made for children.
Not made for children, as per Eric B. Yeah, no, with the opposable knee movement and whatever. I don't know what the exact spec is on it. Yeah, if it's a plushie,
12 points. 12 points.
Yeah.
12 points of articulation.
Yes, 12 points. And possibly a cloth jacket or a cloth wardrobe.
Yeah.
Stuffies don't have it. All they do is have stuff, right? So yeah, very
stuffed.
reason to be upset.
They are stuffed. They're stuffed full of love, just like we are here today at the Draw Straws review. DIY with Miz backstage. Ciampa says last week was awesome. Came to win. Insert Miz's music here. No, Randy, please don't do that. Miz is talking with Jackie Redmond about his last chance to win the IC title. The foundation of the Imperium walls are cracking. Miz is ready to take the only thing away from Gunther that makes him interesting. Bum, bum, bum. Here we go, Randy. We're going straight into the match. Listen, I gotta cut myself off there for a second, because as I'm reading this, as I was watching the show, I am giving props and kudos to Raw to starting the match and going to the match. There was not one time tonight that they announced a match, had somebody wait in the ring as they showed some backstage segment or went into another promo. It was very well executed. So kudos and props, because I always shit on that and I don't want to do it. So Miz gets powered down to start, but comes up looking rather serious. Gunther gets a bit too cocky and gets pulled into leg lock. They reference that Miz has been following some Simon Gotch, getting ready for tonight. He does go ahead and mock Kaiser here by cranking back here on the leg lock. The rope save is made, and Gunther heads outside. where he hits a hard chop and an apron power bomb as we go into our first break of the evening. Of this match, my apologies. Back with Gunther hitting a big boot and sending Miz out to the apron. Gunther then shuts down Miz's attempted comeback with a destroyer chop that he loves to throw. For some reason, Miz tries to get into a chop battle with Gunther here. It does not work out for him. It is a horrible idea. Miz gets his Miz line, Matt Grant, clothesline, whatever you want to call it, and Gunther pulls him out of the air. Miz gets chopped onto the top rope. Gunther chokes with a boot and sends him outside again. Very smartly, or however you want to put it. Heelish, smart. It is the same thing. Back again with Miz working the hand and the arm before grabbing his DDT. A tornado DDT gives Miz a 2, and it's time to stomp away again at Gunther's hands. He's trying to destroy the option to chop, Randy, because if you stop Gunther from throwing those shotgun chops, then maybe you have a chance. Maybe.
It's true.
But we'll see. Gunther is still strong enough to hit a power bomb, Boston Crab combo. The Miz somehow breaks out of it, gets his quick DDT that he does from the knees. We get a skull-crushing finale for the first time, giving Miz a 2 count. The fans are absolutely hot for Miz, and they want him to hit another one. They want this to happen. They want Miz to become the 9-time IC title holder. He can't keep Gunther down, though, just like nobody else has been able to, but he ends up countering a high-risk maneuver into a second rope SCF. Gunther rolls to the floor in a very smart and crushing escape for the Miz. Fans are absolutely pissed. Gunther gets back in, gets a power bomb, gets a hard clothesline into one last power bomb. At this point, Gunther is just completely out of opponents. He gets the win here against Miz. Honestly, Randy, in my opinion, we gotta run this all the way to WrestleMania, and it's gotta be somebody like Brock who takes out Gunther. What are your thoughts?
100%. This match was the best match out of Miz and Gunther. I don't care what anybody says. Grade A match. Grade A match. Miz's chest was purple, and you're right, not as blue as Matt Grant's face, but purple. It was so beat up. I definitely enjoyed it. The heel being a heel and being smart, rolling out of the ring after the second skull crushing finale was brilliant. The big stip on this match.
It's hard to say that. Isn't it hard to say that? Like skull crushing finale. Say that fast 5 times in a row.
No, because I can't. That's the only reason why. Speech impairment, you know that. But in turn, where is it going this? Yeah, the big stip on this match. Miz can't wrestle Gunther for the Intercontinental Championship ever again. So this was his last shot. And if it was, good for him, because it was a good try. A good old try. Second place.
Yeah. He threw his best punch. It was a great match. Arguably one of the better ones of the night here, besides the main event, which is just pure fire. But Gunther is backstage now getting congratulated by Imperium. And his, response to Imperium is kind of surprising to them. He tells them there's nothing that they've done this year to write home about. He's going to go home for a few weeks. He's going to relax. And he wants Imperium to stay around, and he wants them to impress him. I was like, okay, cool. Go back. Go hang out and have fun with your family in Austria. It's Christmas time. Actually, a lot of WWE stars are currently all over the globe, back with their families. Pictures of Dakota Kai with her sister have come up. Gunther is obviously in Austria. And then Dom and Rhea right now are touring, or they are promoting in Australia. And they found an exact replica, an Australian Dominic at a wrestling, like a real Greco-Roman wrestling. Did you see those photos online?
Yeah. I think they're coming back from it, but that was great. They had a good little promotional tour down there.
Yeah,
but
I bet you Rhea probably stuck around. She'll probably be there for the holidays. That's why everything is pre-recorded, guys. And also, kudos to WWE for doing this, because they very easily could have gotten people to work, and they said, "Look, I'm going to give you guys a break." So kudos to them for doing
well,
that.
everybody but Imperium. because they got to work and they got to work hard. And I don't blame Gunther for doing it. Yes, work. There's no days off when you're a member of Imperium. That's all.
Just imagine next week the whole Raw show is just Imperium matches against like main event contenders. That's it for 3 hours. All right, guys. Thank God that's not gonna happen. Kofi Claus comes in and he says, "Why the long faces, my boys?" It just made me pop so hard. And he gifts Kaiser with a lump of coal. He says, "What were you expecting? Like, you got to be good all year round. You got to do it." I love it. That's the best. But I don't love it as much as I love what's coming up next. I love what's coming up next, Randy.
You do?
And that is Shinsuke giving us greatness, absolute pure greatness with the American Nightmare before Xmas. My God, Randy, this is complete gold. 'Twas a week before Xmas, and out from my mouth came a warning to Cody that Shinsuke would pounce. Oh man, he is rhyming and he is hitting all the notes. He's just doing so damn well. I love it, man. You bastard, you cancer, you prancer, you nitwit, your vomit, you're stupid. Your father was inbred. When he says that, the crowd lets out an audible groan. Man, this is a great promo. I absolutely love it. It's fantastic. It gets Cody so pissed that he runs and attacks Shinsuke once he's finished, and they're backstage brawling. This is the first time in a long time that I can remember Raw or WWE doing a backstage brawl like this for a little while. I wish they just stayed backstage. I really wish they do. But instead, they brawled their way out into the arena. And the first thing that came to mind is like, why are the security guards? They're so heavily protecting Shinsuke, and like they could care less about Cody. Cody is on the offensive here, and that's probably why. But even when the guard pulls out Shinsuke from getting a crossroads on the table, I'm like, what the hell are you doing? Like, why? Just let it happen and then celebrate them afterwards. It was just, look, we've seen the security guards separate them over much, much less, right? And in this point, they're saving the heel. It was a little weird.
Bad refs in a good hockey fight, right?
It was a little weird. It was a little strange. But Pierce is now backstage. He's making matches, and he makes a match for Tozawa. We don't know who the opponent is yet. Piper and Chelsea are mad that they have to work tonight. I get a laugh over Piper saying that she isn't feeling well. And Bronson Reed walks up. He's looking to be Gunther's next opponent, Gunther's next challenger. Okay, I mean, Gunther needs something to do when he comes back in a few weeks, and that's not a bad option. Right, Randy? What do you think?
Not at all. Brunson should be the next one up. And two meaty men again. So
yeah, It's funny. When I asked Bret Hart, like guys that he likes today or guys who he's kind of on the radar of, the first guy that came to Ryan was, the first guy that came out of his mouth was Bronson Reed. I was surprised. I was like,
Jonah.
Okay, cool.
Formerly Jonah, New Japan. I don't know. I loved him. He reminds me of I'm not saying this is bad against this person, but Jeff Cobb. He reminds me a lot of Jeff Cobb. I love Jeff Cobb, but very similar, bigger, and can do exactly what he does. So Brunson's a beast.
Yeah, and we don't have enough of these big man wrestlers that can do the type of stuff that Bronson and Ivar, those types of guys can do. I was at a independent wrestling show, and this, I got to give a shout out to this guy that came out. I think his name was Brick Rock. The guy was big, man, big, but he could move. He was burly. We just don't have enough of that. We love the meat around here, folks. If you haven't, been listening, we're all about the beef stew here. Beef stew.
Yes, we're all about the beef stew and the people that look like trucks or car. Speaking about trucks or car, place North Toronto auction ad here.
Are you in the market for a used vehicle for your family or business? North Toronto Auction hosts public auctions twice a month, and everyone's invited. Hundreds of cars, trucks, SUVs, commercial vehicles, and heavy equipment are available. Plus, travel trailers, motorcycles, snowmobiles, ATVs, and more. View the entire selection at NorthTorontoAuction.com. Bid online or bid in person. Bid on items from government agencies, financial companies, fleet managers, car dealers, and public consigners. For more information, visit us online at NorthTorontoAuction.com.
That was a good lead-in. That was a really good lead-in.
It's terrible. Sorry.
gotta
Sorry.
The Rave Girls are back again, and they're here with Rave Girls accessories. They've got rocket launchers. There's no rockets coming out of it. I think that they're like more like the cannon that what's her face China used to use, but there's no fireworks either. It's just kind of boring. They're blowing smoke into the crowd. Woo! I'm not into this. If you guys can't tell, I'm just not
Brendan
into this.
Brendan Cutler with the air cans. That's exactly what they're doing. That's funny. Sorry, excuse me.
Oh yeah, no, you're absolutely right. But all right, we got the match here between these two these two teams. Caden and Katana versus Chelsea and Piper. It is Carter starting off here, and she had Scissors Green onto the mat to start. So it's off to Chance for a slingshot helo. Niven comes and runs her over, but a dropkick to the knee gives Chance a chance, believe it or not. But the after party is broken up by Green, though, and Niven runs both of them over this time. Like we said, people who look like trucks. Piper Niven is definitely on that. I look like a truck, and I move like a luchador kind of level for sure. Piper splashes Green by mistake, which is almost the end here, allowing Carter to hit a springboard spinning leg drop for the 2. Green's a Rough Rider, gets 2, and the frustration is starting to set in there for Chelsea. Good old Chelsea, who looks amazing with brown hair too. I'm just going to throw that out. She's got a new look tonight, and she just looks incredible. Niven crushes Carter, but she's back up, and the keg stand splash gets a 2, with Green making the save this time. The I'm Prettier is countered into a code breaker, and the after party then gives us new champions. Does anybody care, Randy, about these belts? Does anybody care about this at all?
Well, I think they're trying to make people care by switching it like that, but I liked it on Chelsea Green a lot better. Why? I don't know. I don't know why they switched it to these people.
She was on fire, man. Chelsea was on fire, especially.
Yeah.
I get it that she's had so many different partners, but it's not her fault. I think that her and Sonya Deville had probably the best chemistry together out of everybody that she's paired with. But yeah, I don't get why they take it off of her here.
It doesn't make any sense, especially this, unless they're planning there's a new tag team coming in or whatever it may be. But who are they going to win? Natty?
So uneventful, right? And then we see them celebrating, and we see them talking about who's going to be their next opponent. You see Natty there with Tegan, and then you see Shayna with Zoe, who's been completely irrelevant for the last probably 3 weeks now. And they're talking about how they're going to be, new opponents for them. So like Randy said, maybe we're getting some new opponents, but my God, it's, I don't care. I really don't care. I don't think that they're making me care enough.
True.
Right?
Right.
Okay. Ivy Nile is backstage with Alpha Academy, her best friend. She wants to be a world champion in 2024, and Tozawa's opponent is now revealed. It is the one that I mentioned earlier, the big man, Ivar. Oh, man. What are you getting yourself into, Tozawa? The new champs are celebrating backstage, and comes Kofi Claus. He wants to give them a gift. They don't want anything. They got the gift that they need, and we got absolutely nothing out of it.
They are the gift. They are the gift. Yeah.
All right. So Ivar versus Tozawa next, and I gotta say, I'm surprised that this match was actually not just a complete squash. It was actually a lot better than I expected it to be. Tozawa starts the whole match trying to slug away. The middle rope Hurricanrana is pulled out of the air. A spike DDT then plants Ivar, who crushes Tozawa to cut him off again. Ivar misses the top rope splash. Tozawa does the Hulk Hogan shirt rip hilariously. The women get into it on the floor, and somehow we actually have what's her? Gee. Sorry.
It's okay. Maxine Dupree?
Can we just kind of cut that out a little?
Okay. No, we can keep it in.
Oh,
It's
okay,
Christmas.
yeah.
Please sponsored ad here. Speaking about trucks.
All right. I'm back, folks. Maxine Dupree somehow gets the advantage here against Valhalla, but going back into the ring, Ivar kicks Tozawa in the head. The moonsault is broken up, but instead the finish is going to be a middle rope World's Strongest Slam for the pin. Like I said, the match was a lot better than I expected it to be.
Yeah, no, it was all right. It was we knew the outcome as soon as we seen who he's against, but it's more or less against anybody with Tozawa.
Yeah.
The comedic spot of the still of the night was the beginning, so I get this why they had this in here to break up stuff a little. But yeah, no, it was good. I enjoyed it.
Yeah, to keep Ivar on the screen. I think that they're putting a lot of stock into Ivar going forward.
Yeah.
They have been, right? So leading into Rollins coming to the ring, we get a quick recap of him and Punk last week in their promo, which set the world on fire. Everybody loved that promo. Everybody thought that was great. It was probably the most talked about thing in wrestling the last week. But the hometown boy, Seth, is now here in Iowa, and he's looking very grinchy. He comes out in a green jacket with a red cardigan underneath, and he is looking grinched up. He's ready to defend his title against Drew McIntyre in 2 weeks at day one. Again, we are pushed 2 weeks, 2 weeks, 2 weeks. So here is McIntyre to interrupt. McIntyre says he isn't here to fight because he really likes what he says to Punk last week. So kudos to him for that. He got to go home a few weeks ago, and it had him questioning if this was all worth it. McIntyre needs the title to know that the sacrifices, such as not being there when his mom passed away, were all worth it. That must have been gut-wrenching, man, honestly. But Seth likes McIntyre wanting to do everything to be champion except take responsibility for his own actions and his own mistakes. Rollins does not hate McIntyre. He pities him. The fight is on. Alabama slam right onto the steps. Rollins is holding his elbow. We have a great story now leading into this match in 2 weeks that I was already excited for. But when we get into the real life of things, it becomes a lot more fun.
Yes, it does. Drew McIntyre, not for Eric Blondon, but for me, the gatekeeper, is going up against getting another belt chance. I have no clue why he lost his last 9 matches, but looking strong doing so? Question mark? No, I'm playing. It makes sense on it, and he did destroy Seth in this promo, like destroyed him when he did that Alabama slam. I was like, this is not. It didn't look pretty at all.
Oh, it was that was disgusting. That was nasty, man. Right onto the steel steps. Every time he does that Alabama slam, even in ring, it looks nasty. He throws a little more into it, that's for sure. All right, Cody the King is backstage, and for some reason he's prepping up the creeds. I don't get it. Coach Cody, as he is in backstage, but he is there. Up next, we got Ludwig Kaiser versus Jey Uso in a very rare singles match for both men the last few weeks, honestly. Uso is working a headlock until Kaiser takes him down and hammers away. A reverse chinlock keeps Uso down, and Vinci's cheap shot allows him to get a 2 count. Kaiser knocks him outside, hits a running elbow. Uso's back, insecures his way out of trouble, firing off some dancing yeet hands. By the way, Jey is wearing a censored yeet shirt tonight. That is on sale at WWEshop.com. Randy, they make money off of absolutely everything.
Blurred lines, I guess you can say. It looks terrible. And if anybody does buy it, they're all Americans. No, I'm playing. I'm playing to all our Americans. But yeah, it made no sense. I guess it makes sense, but they're trying to be smarter than us, but it's not really that smart. Well, why?
No, I don't get it. The running Umaga attack gets a 2, but a Samoan drop is broken up. Kaiser's wind-up DDT is broken up, so Vinci gets in a cheap shot, only to have Kofi Claus cut him off. Kofi Claus is here. A spear into the Superfly Splash gets the win for Jey Uso, and him and Kofi Claus are in the ring celebrating. Man, Kofi Kingston is on TV a lot tonight. They better have paid him like triple time. Honestly, that guy is doing segment after segment after segment. No, honestly, that was the deal. They're like, look, we're going to have you dress up as Santa Claus. You're going to hand out presents. You're going to be involved in about 20 promos tonight. You won't have to wrestle. Cool with that? He's probably like, hell yeah.
That Santa's costume didn't look good at all, man. He had the body of me in a leotard. That's exactly what I was, a walking triangle, and it just didn't look right.
Wade Barrett, one of the calls of the night when he looks at Kofi in the Santa Claus suit, and he says, That Santa has some junk in the trunk. It was like, oh my God, all the padding just looked completely ridiculous.
Oh God, it's terrible.
All right, we go backstage to the Judgment Day clubhouse, and they are mocking Jordan Devlin and his giant head for losing our truth. A loss for JD reflects poorly on all of them, but he isn't kicked out yet.
Yet.
Is thrown in. I like
Why?
that. Rhea also builds up Ivy Nile a little bit more in the backstage here before we head to the final match of the night. And that is going to be the main event of the Creeds versus the Judgment Day for the undisputed tag team title. Randy, are you ready?
I'm excited.
Oh man, yeah, no, I actually was super excited for this. They built this up very well, and we all know that the Creeds are in a position where really a loss to them would be somewhat harmful unless it's done the right way. And my God, folks, this match is absolutely done the right way from start to finish. Julius wrestles Balor down to start, but the Creeds clear the ring. Brutus comes back with a fireman's carry. Balor as he takes Balor down, as Ripley isn't pleased with all of this. Rhea is absolutely fuming on the outside. Priest tags himself in though, and Julius is low bridge to the floor. There's a ram into the step, which then Rhea Ripley is really fond of. She definitely approves, but Julius kicks his way out of trouble back into the inside. Brutus comes back to clean house, including a torture rack slam for 2 on Balor. That torture rack slam is something that he's been doing each week now, too. Priest comes in off the blind tag and kicks Brutus to the outside, setting up a heck of a pounce over the announcer's table. Brutus grabs Priest from mid-air as he's doing his spin kick and slams him down. Julius and Balor then come in with the former snapping up suplexes to the nip-ups. He's loving those nip-ups, and the crowd loves the nip-up. Honestly, Randy, does the crowd get excited for something that's not a move anything more than they do for a nip-up? I think maybe the spin-a-rooney is a close second or first.
Yeah. That the 5-knuckle shuffle. That's what it. But a good nip up is good to see.
Yeah, absolutely. We like the nip-ups. A running shooting star press then hits Balor. The Priest at the Brutus ball. Balor and Julius hit a clothesline each, leaving Ripley and Ivy to fight on the outside. The crowd is really into Ivy. They are chanting, "Let's go, Ivy." They really like her. I think that the crowd is, I don't want to say that they're tired of Rhea Ripley, because it's impossible to be tired of somebody that talented, but I think they might want to see somebody who gives her a good shot, right? A good challenge. And Ivy might be that one. The Brutus ball gets 2 on Priest, making the last second save. That is the first Brutus ball of the night. Julius hits a running up to the corner, flip dive outside onto Priest before taking Balor to the top. The crowd is just fired up. Priest makes a blind tag. Nobody sees it. Instead, it's Brutus ball to Priest. That is, the camera angle hits that perfectly.
Oh, yeah.
Perfectly.
Okay.
Okay,
I'll explain
dude,
after.
come
Go.
on.
I explain after. I'll explain after. I know.
I
what,
listen. Okay, never mind. Priest, let me finish, damn it. Priest, sorry, he is saved by a coup de grace follow-up by Balor, and this is when the holy shit chant is censored. South of Heaven finishes Julius, and then it is done. This is a great match from start to finish. Randy, tell me what you didn't like about that camera angle.
It was a great match from start to finish, and I liked it a lot. But we talked about this Brutus bomb, and if you have to get it on the right camera angle, because he landed on Damian Priest's face, and it squashed like a freaking tomato in an Italian tomato festival. And
Dude,
that was a great camera angle.
It looked devastating.
Of course, when his eyeballs and his tongue is sticking out, of course it looks devastating, because it was. But yeah, you showed the opposite angle, because I think Priest was actually hurt on it. But if I'm only complaining about that, that's absolutely incredible. Did the right people win? Did the Creeds look still good? Yeah, everything about this match was great. I enjoyed it. It was a great main event.
Yeah, it doesn't make the Creeds look any worse at all. If anything, just that much better. Their stock is going to continue to improve. And honestly, they probably won't have a shot at these tag team championships again until they're split up. And I think that we have to have that happen eventually, right? Like the belts can't be 4 belts can't be on 2 guys for too long. Eventually, it starts to become kind of like a video game when your creator wrestler just has every single title, and then the game's over. The game just sucks. It ends. But yeah, like you said, if that's the one thing that Randy is complaining about in this match, that's great. It was a really good match. And honestly, Raw itself, Randy, what were your thoughts on Raw?
What were my thoughts on Raw? What were my thoughts on this holiday edition, Christmas edition of WWE Monday Night Raw?
Mm-hmm.
Well, welcome to a live edition again of In This Corner.
Love you, Randy.
Make love to me, Randy, please.
Randy, that's enough. Mr. Randy.
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 Welcome to In This Corner with Zane.
Well, Eric, I have a lot to talk about on this edition of Raw and a lot not to complain about. This was the best Raw of the year for me, from start to finish, and that included Nia Jax. The comedic match, R-Truth, killing it in this very, very start. All the way through everything that happened, Nia Jax, and Becky Lynch got to talk more. Yay on that aspect of it. To the very, very end, Creeds versus that's kind of stupid. The Judgment Day. Judgment Day is still relevant and holding on to the titles. I think the Creeds will have an opportunity in future again to go for it because they looked very, very strong. So I have nothing to complain about on this week's Raw. I loved it very, very much. It was absolutely perfect. So yeah, this was your holiday edition of In This Corner.
And what a great holiday edition it was, Randy. A great holiday edition in the holiday season. And we actually have a little bit of snow on the ground today. This is the first time that it has actually snowed in like weeks. It's just been rainy, gloomy. Sunny though, also on some days. So, there's been blessings. It's been blessed. Just like it's always a blessing to do the show with you, Randy, and to spend an hour of my week recording this with you. So thank you so much for being my partner in crime for this show, which I believe is one of the better shows on the network, one of the, far better shows on the network. And I think that it all has to do with you.
That is right, Eric. I am the gift that just keeps on giving. No, I'm playing. We are a great duo. And Eric, I do hope you have the best. And I know I'll be talking to you this week anyways. We talk to each other like 6 times a week.
Almost every day.
Yeah, almost every day. So it's all good on that. But I hope you have the best Christmas out there. And I guess we'll be talking again in the new year. There won't be any more draw for till the new year, I guess.
Yeah.
So that is a gift in itself as well to all you fine listeners. But yes, thank you to everybody. Merry Christmas to everybody. Happy New Year. We'll see you on day one. Give a special shout out to everybody on the network again. Go listen to the Smack Daddies. Go listen to the main show. Go listen to the Law. Go listen to the new AEW Dynamite show. Boris. Go listen to Boris on the main show. Go listen to Steve Swift. Go listen to Straight Talk Wrestling. Go listen to MLW Rewind and all the fantastic shows that are on the network. And soon, this gentleman beside me, my compadre, my great friend, the one and only, another winner like me, unlike Sean Burkhead. Oh, sorry, Don Durkhead. Eric Blondon has an amazing show. He's going to have to change the name of his show soon. Eric B with Impactful. Where can people find you?
Yeah, that show is technically still going on, even it's kind of bi-weekly at this moment in time, but you can find me on the network and also at Wrestling with Eric on Instagram. That is without a W and without a G. I know it's a little bit confusing, but it's wrestling, folks. It is not wrestling. But that's it. That's it for us this week. So again, thank you so much for listening. If you made it all the way here, I usually say the same thing, but I'm just going to change it up a little bit. I hope everybody has a Merry Christmas. Take care of yourselves and each other, and continue to live your lives in the holiday spirit.
That's very nice. And everybody love wrestling. It's the holiday season. Boop dee doo.
Deuces! Deuces!
Christmas vacation. Christmas vacation. Christmas vacation. You're so glad it's Christmas vacation. Fa la 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 and ho ho ho. Jingle jangle jingle as we go. Let the spirit of the season carry us away. Hip hip hooray for Christmas vacation.
I'm Chiquita Banana, and I've come to say bananas have to ripen in a certain way, and when they're flecked with brown and have a golden hue, bananas taste the best and are the best for you. You can put them in a salad. No, not yet, my dear. That greenish way you're looking means that you are ripe for cooking.
How about me?
No, no. When you are fully ripe, my dear, those little flecks of brown appear.
Me?
You're most digestible, my friend. Delicious, too, from end to end. You can put them in a pie, any way you want to eat them. It's impossible to beat them. But bananas like the climate of the very, very tropical equator. So you should never put bananas in the refrigerator. Bananas are a solid food that doctors now include in baby's diet. And since they are so good for baby, I think we all should try it. Oh! See.